stupid internet connection decided to give out on me. It has been doing this to me nonstop. I don't know what's going on, but I think my internet provider is slacking. But I shall be good for now. I retested the connection and it hasn't been disconnecting. So I should be good. What I believe I should do is I've got 3 things running right now. I got my laptop and my phone running on the internet. So I'm going to shut those off real quick. That may help a little bit at least, hopefully. Alright. There we go. Alright, let's get this interrogation started. Right. As you guys can see, I'm going to go through these again real quick. And I'm not going to go into details on these. I mean, if you guys want to, you guys can pause this later on and kind of inspect a little if you'd like. So, enjoy. By the way, anytime the stress level gets too high, he will blow himself up. I plan on not doing that.
You're damaged. Did your owner do that? Did he beat you? I detect an instability in your program. It can trigger an unpleasant feeling, like fear in humans.
Alright.
You're accused of murder. You know you're not allowed to endanger human life under any circumstances. Do you have anything to say in your defense? If you won't talk, I'm going to have to probe your memory.
No! No, please don't do that. What? What are they gonna do to me? They're gonna destroy me, aren't
they? They're going to disassemble you to look for problems in your biocomponents. They have no choice.
I'm going to try to get him in a little bit higher in the optimal settings.
Why couldn't you just have left me?
I was programmed to hunt deviants like you. I just accomplished my mission.
I don't want to die.
Then talk to me.
I can't.
Alright. I'm gonna be a dick.
Give me no choice. I access its memory. know what happened.
What the fuck? This is destroying itself. Stop it, goddammit! I can't stop it!
That's enough. You need to stop that right now.
Watch out! Holy shit!
Okay. Okay. I made a big mistake. I died. And my software instability didn't go up, it died. It went down. Whoops! But I did open up a new thing. Android shot Connor in itself. Last time I made a little bit better choices and he was sent back. I never probed his memory. Next time, I believe, if I would have not intervened, I probably would have lived. But I made a mistake. But it did open up a new memory fold for me. So at least that turned out to be somewhat of a good thing, I guess. I mean, no more than halfway completed. But there's still a ton more that I could resolve in options. So let's continue. Still feel kind of like an idiot for not continuing on. All right.
All right. End the line.
End of the line.
Yeah, you're gonna have to leave.
Wake up. We have to go. Listen, we have nowhere to go. She's exhausted and it's pouring rain. Can we just stay for a little while?
This bus is going back to the depot. There's nothing I can do.
Alright. That's another thing I think about machinery is, like he just said, he doesn't have a choice. It's automated. It's going by itself with the minute, whether he's driving or not.
Gonna be okay? We'll find somewhere to spend the night.
Okay. New goal. Find somewhere to get Alice warm.
Come on, Alice, we gotta hurry. We need a place to stay. Do you know anywhere we could spend the night?
As you can see, they stopped because it's against their directives. I believe there's a clothing shop the last time I went here. I know it said I can't stay,
You'll feel better in no time.
but I have an inkling this may help. I can still close.
What are you doing? You're not that close. We need them, Alice. You need something warm, and I need to get rid of this uniform. That's stealing. We can't do that.
Oh, yes, I can, little girl.
I'm sorry, Alice. We have to do this.
I'm not letting you get sick. I don't know how many of y'all that have actually gone through with doing that late night laundromat stuff, but I have. And what that guy is doing right now is basically what I did. So, it's not fun, it's boring. Oh. More reading! Yay! Alright. A little bit too exciting. The bee line 2 disaster. Pollinating bees officially extinct. For decades, scientists and farmers foresaw the inevitable extinction of the bee populations. Despite these warnings, the Global Institute for Endangered Species, GIES, announced their Washington AGM yesterday that wild bees are now officially extinct. Living specimens exist only in captivity. Bee numbers have been ravaged in recent decades by the colony collapse disorder, where worker bees disappear, leaving hives which cannot feed themselves. Biologists confirmed that CCD was accelerated by the overuse of pesticides and crops, parasites, and pollution. Page 2. The consequences of this catastrophe will be felt across the cotton industry, freshwater supplies, and most disturbingly, agriculture. Environmentalist Kathy Linda, never trust a person with two first names, never, has stressed the breadth of this news. One of these 3 mouthfuls of food we eat relies on pollination of some kind. Resulting famine will lead to millions of deaths worldwide. CyberLife, in cooperation with GIES, has come forward with plans on creating robotic bees. Some are pursuing non-robotic approaches such as Detroit Urban Farms, currently experimenting with modified strain of bee produced in captivity. But there is no guarantee that they will thrive. Blah, 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 blah. My husband got an android pregnant. Story inside. Gossips Weekly. It's time to face the music. Don't know what music they're talking about. I said, down, dumb dog. Okay. It's time to face music. Live concerts to make a comeback. For the younger generation, watching concerts in VR has become the norm. We're getting there, people. We're getting there. Want to slip on a VR headset and enjoy the show from best seat in the house? It's a cheap, safe, no-hassle solution to watching your favorite performers. But live music is about to be de-revolutionized. Nina and Kosuke Music have launched a campaign to bring back old-school concerts with live audiences in front of performers in the flesh. Chuck Morrison, NKM spokesperson, explains. The culture of going to live concerts is a thing of the past, but we want to bring it back. Real music is when it's vibrating through your soul, surrounded by people who are experiencing the same thing. Break the Wall will be one of the first bands to take the stage, performing in front of live audiences, getting immediate reaction to mind-blowing. Will be mind-blowing. Blah, blah, blah. This is what music is supposed to be all about. This is lead singer Baz Rudd. The hype, the applause, the screams, you just don't get to sit. You get that sitting on your sofa. To this proves success, NKM's next step is to bring music festivals back, which should be music to fans' ears. I don't know about how many of y'all who are watching this have actually been to live concerts, but I have been to several. I've been at least a dozen concerts live. And I'm telling you, this article, to me, since I'm such a big music fan, and me being a musician myself, does put a stipulation on the relationship of future technology. If it becomes that, sorry, I'm gonna be so upset. Just saying. Alright, less reading, more action. Let's go. Just in case anything goes wrong with this broadcast, since it kind of had a little bit of an error, if it does not record from the previous live broadcast, I did a shout out to my buddy Brandon Barry. Great friend of mine, great person. Not Brandon Barry, Josh Barry, his brother. Do apologize. I feel like a total dick now. But anyways, Josh, happy birthday. I've known you two guys, you and your brother, for a long time. You guys are great people. Also, I know my grandma doesn't watch these things, but she's my grandma. I'm going to do a shout out to my grandma. Happy birthday, Grams. Love you to pieces. She's also the person that is housing me right now. I'm kind of helping her around the house to help out with, I guess you could say, as payment and rent. She's got a large house. She's older, so it makes it a lot easier for her to have me around to help around the house. So, anyways, besides that, yeah. Anyone else in this world that has a birthday today, I give a shout out to you guys as well. Happy birthday. Great time of year to have a birthday. So, enjoy it while you have it. Birthdays are only once a year. Right. Alright. Just explore my options. Looks like these are my options left. Either way, I want to do that one. I want to do the uncomfortable but safe route. I know there's a motel, but I have a feeling where did Alice go? Alice, you butthead.
Alice, you're freezing cold. I'm okay. I'm not so cold.
You look lost.
We have nowhere to go.
I know someone who can help you.
That's on the other side of town. We need a place for tonight.
Agua. During these times of year, water is your best friend. Stay hydrated. Stay healthy. And eat awesome tons of fattening, greasy foods, because that is the most amazing thing on this planet is food. Hence why I've been munching on it for so long. Okay. Now that I've helped Alice, I can now go into the, I guess you can say, the 24-hour 7-Eleven or an AM PM or whatever you want to call it.
Maybe we should go inside.
Just called 24 Detroit.
Can I help you?
I'm with a little girl and we have nowhere to go. Could you spare some money so we can get a room for tonight?
This is a convenience store, lady, not the Salvation Army. You can't start handing out every bum in the neighborhood.
You can steal cash from the register. Or multiple choices here. Don't know if need those bolt cutters. I think I gotta go over to the By the way, you guys, I know I've made a mistake already, but I am going to actually go through this again later on and pick the perfect ending.
At least we'll be out of the rain.
Kara, I don't like this place.
I know. But it's just for one night and no one will look for us here.
last time I played this, I remember it's been a while. More like a couple weeks. But I stole money from the cash register here, and then went to the motel. Most comfortable, but I don't feel like I should steal this time around. I don't even care. Alright.
Hey, what the fuck are you doing? Put that back right now. Shit.
I'm sorry, but we're desperate.
All right. Just take it easy.
Listen, I'm really sorry. But you have to get down on the floor.
Take whatever you want. Just don't kill me.
Carl, what are you doing? You can't do that. It's wrong.
It's going to be all right, Alice.
Alright. Now I can go on a shopping spree. Should be a couple options for food, right? Come on now. Oh well.
Come on, let's go, let's go.
Fuck!
You stole it? Stealing is bad, Carl. Why did you do that?
I had no choice. It was the only way, Alice.
Right. Get under there.
Are you alright?
Yes, it's just a scratch. Be careful. Don't worry, we're just having a look.
You're sleeping here, girl. Obviously, there's no way to get over through there.
Alice? Alice!
visitors. Ralph doesn't like visitors. They're nasty. And they hurt Ralph.
She's just a little girl. She's not gonna hurt you.
Little girl. She's not a little girl. Anyway, what does that matter? Maybe she wants to hurt Ralph.
I don't know what the humans did to you, but she had nothing to do with it.
All humans can hurt us. But Ralph won't let them hurt him again. No, he won't let them.
Look, I'm an android too. We have nothing to be afraid of. All we want is a place to spend the night.
Visitors are dangerous. Look. What they did to Ralph.
You have nothing to worry about. We're not going to do you any harm. You have my word.
You must excuse Ralph. Ralph still finds it difficult to control himself. Sometimes his fear makes him do things he regrets. Ralph has seen some hard times. He's just so scared the humans will get him again. You can stay if you want. Ralph won't hurt you.
Okay. We'll just stay the night.
Come on! Come on! This way. Ralph has lived here since he ran away. Ralph never goes outside, so no one knows he lives here. Humans come in to squat from time to time, but, you know, he just hides till he leaves.
Shady.
You can make yourself at home here. Ralph is gonna go into the other room. He would like to stay with me. But he has things to do.
It's just for one night, Alice. We'll find a better place to live. Right. Let's see where you can sleep. Sit down and I'll start a fire.
Fluffy is out of food. I am sad. Out of food and water. Alright. So. For all you who missed out on earlier, I'm just going to give you a brief update on what happened. Going back on the other day, we went through, found out that a deviant was hiding in the house of a murder scene, and we interrogated him. Kind of was a dick. Made himself kill me. Made a big boo-boo. Before that hand also, Kara deviated and killed Alice's father. So Alice is now fatherless. She's motherless. And basically, this android is all she has left. And I'm not being the most hospitable individual ever because, and logic, this is the safest way to deal with things. Cops will never find me for murdering the father, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But there's a lot that could happen. Gonna do what I did yesterday. Kind of slouch a little bit. Let my back relax a little bit. There.
You can come to bed. I did what I could. It's not much, but at least you'll know.
Why do you hear he loved me?
Getting rid of my hat.
Was he always so upset with me? All I wanted was a life like other girls. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I wasn't good enough. That's why he was always so angry.
And this is what happens. I mean,
He wanted us to be a
I'm gonna
family.
pause this real quick. I don't mean to trigger anybody. Don't mean to stress anybody out. But the way this girl's questioning herself at such a young age, think about it. She's 7 years old. She's been around an abusive father, and these are the things that go through a kid's head. I mean, and that's probably been going on inside her head for a lot longer. I mean, probably for a couple years now. Probably since she was able to comprehend the fact that her father was abusive and just hated everything about himself. He didn't hate her, he hated himself for what he became. But all he had was his drugs to blame. He blamed the drugs, he blamed the daughter, he blamed everybody but himself. But he hated himself more than anything. And because of that hatred and violence that came towards from the drug abuse, he nearly killed his daughter. Luckily, this android was there to save his life. And that's the thing, is it's showing both sides of the coin toss. You've got one side of the coin that is showing that androids aren't the greatest individuals on the planet. They'll do whatever they need to. They'll be these slaves and take at people's jobs, you know, ruin their lives, force people out of their homes because they don't have a necessary job to keep paying for their homes. Then you've got the other side where these androids are sometimes humans' only survival. Marcus was helping out the old man, saved his life, and he was willing to spare Marcus and let him leave and escape, be free. Then you've got her. She saved Alice's life. Kara saved Alice's life and was able to give her this freedom to live. She's seeing what reality is really like. As Kara's now a deviant, she has more human-like aspects to herself. She logically knows that even though she may not be doing what people are telling her to do, that these are what are necessary to survive. So just imagine you're this little girl, and I mean, you're squatting in a house with a schizophrenic robot, basically. And in the corner of your eye, you're just thinking to yourself, great, Fluffy just screwed up. I mean, I could get us all killed. But also, he could be my savior. So, we shall see. And, for any of you guys who have gone through that kind of emotional or physical abuse, know that, you know, there are always ways to get help through it, to fight through it after everything has been settled. And if you are still struggling with that abuse and you are trapped, you know who to get hold of. You've got counselors, you've got doctors, you've got any form of, you know, authoritative figures if you need it. If you're, you know, young, you've got, you know, as an adult, you've got ways to stop it. If you need to call the police, you call the police. You don't, you know, hesitate. get yourself out. Do what you need to do to be free. Even if it's just something in the form of verbal abuse, being treated horribly. If you need to get out, you get out. Relieve yourself from that struggle. It is not something that is pretty to see. And I've seen it personally, hands down, on what it's like to watch somebody go from a happy life to an abusive life and struggle to fight to get out. So, just from personal experience, whomever you are that is watching this later down the line, please do the right thing and seek help. Seek shelter from a negative life that you can actually get out and be free and be happy. So, I'm going to get back to everything. I know I just got a little deep, but you guys need to understand the severity of how realistic this game is. I mean, it's bringing in all forms of aspects of life, from abuse to neglect to reality of how things that are changing, some people don't accept, to what people do accept. I mean, you know, it's just reality in a very real video game. I mean, this game is fantastic. Like I've said before, graphics are great. But this is very real. It brings in real life scenarios. And that's why I had to make the statement that I made. So, like I said, if you guys are needing help and seeking help, do it. Find out how to get that help. Do whatever it takes necessary to be free from a negative life. Get out and seek whomever you need to seek. If you are an older individual and you're, married to an abusive individual, get out. Just get out. You deserve to be free, no matter what the cost is. You deserve that happiness, even if it takes time and you struggle with it. Just do the right thing, is just my advice. Do the right thing for your life, your happiness, your families, your children, whomever is watching this. I mean, you gotta do what's right.
Just want to love me. Why can't you just be happy? You'll never leave me. Promise you'll never go. Promise. Will we be together forever? Forever. You've got to sleep.
Oui.
Sleep tight, Alice. Look what I've got for you.
As you can see, there's a ton of different options. Once again, Alright. Sorry. Zoning out. Got off. Sorry. Asthma. I know. Asthmatics vaping. Psh, it actually doesn't affect me. But this is just allergy-based asthma. Never affects me unless if I have severe allergies. I left the bus. Talked to the park Android. I missed a couple things. Obviously, I missed out on something. I really think it's gonna lead to the house that's, you know, the third option. There's a ton of other things that I missed out. Like the other day, I used, the other time I played through, I used Alice's diversion to discreetly steal. I took a candy bar, took some money, and left the supermarket, and they didn't find out till later. This time, I went through, and I just pulled the gun on the dude. Anyways, moving on. And we are back with Marcus. Optical unit, impaired vision, corrupted mind, please. Palace. Basically, his nuggets all kind of whacked out. Can't hear, he's deaf. Low power node, his battery is dying, so basically his heart is failing him, and he got no legs. He's a walking dead man. I wish life was somewhere simple like that. Your leg got removed, I could just poke one back in. Save a lot of people's lives. That's for sure. Let's stand up. Get myself walking. Okay. Okay.
There's a place where we can be free. Find Jericho. Find Jericho.
I don't know about you, but this really gives me the creeps. trying to remember what movie this reminds me of.
Where are you going?
Just think, you're surviving somehow, one way or another. You're doing whatever it takes necessary to get the peace. Excuse me. Holy moly. The pieces of what you need. Also, tomorrow, guys, I'm gonna be playing this quite a bit. I'm gonna kill. In that kind of instance, in reality, it's that kill or be killed scenario. If that's the only option you've got, you gotta take it.
Hello. I'm an AK-700 android. I was designed to serve you. My program has detected an anomaly. Please contact the nearest satellite station.
Oh man, I do apologize. My allergies were doing good. There we go. All right. Time to get out of this hellhole. Just imagine, what if this was like piles of corpses of real bodies versus android bodies? You're this deviant that thinks he's human. He knows he's human, but not human, but he has the emotions of a human. And you are struggling to get free out of watching dead people around you that have been discarded like nothing. And you are freeing yourself from being destroyed. That sigh of relief. Tomorrow's live broadcast will be a long one, just letting you know. I plan on finishing this up this weekend. And now once I finish it up, I want to see you guys in the comments the next couple days to give me ideas of what games I should play next. I've been told God of War, I've been told Injustice 2. So leave comments below and just let me know. Alright? Let's get this going. He's not free. That badass moment of just coming out of the depths of hell and being like, I know who I am and what I must do. I'm gonna just skip right to the next thing. I believe this will be my last chapter. I kind of want to follow the rules with him, see what it's like not to deviate. Because all androids must be able to deviate because I saw the software instability. So obviously if he unstabilizes himself to a certain point, then he becomes deviant or something. I will not tell you.
Hello.
Connor, it's good to see you. Your predecessor was unfortunately destroyed. I knew deviants could be unpredictable, but it wasn't careful enough. I hope you won't make the same mistake.
I don't intend to.
When a Connor model is destroyed, its memories transfer to the next one. But some data can be lost in the process. Avoid being destroyed. It would be better for you and the investigation.
I understand.
The interrogation seemed challenging. What did you think of the deviant?
It showed all the signs of deviancy. Cognitive instability, unpredictable behavior, and the emulation of human emotions. It was even afraid to die. The model was clearly defective.
This Lieutenant Anderson has been officially assigned to the deviancy case. What do you make of him?
I would define him as dysfunctional. He obviously has a personal situation impacting his professional behavior and seems to have no interest in the investigation.
Unfortunately, we have no choice but to work. What do you think is the best approach?
I will focus on the investigation and try to ignore him. As long as he doesn't interfere and we avoid conflict, he shouldn't be a problem.
More and more androids show signs of deviancy. There are millions in circulation. If they become unstable, the consequences will be disastrous. You're the most advanced prototype CyberLife has ever created. If anyone can figure out what's happening, it's you.
You can count on me, Amanda.
Pick up the investigation where the previous Connor left off and put a stop to this. Hurry, Connor. There's little time.
Alright, I'm gonna leave off with this. I know it's not probably the best spot to leave off with, but I want to leave it at that to give you a little bit of cliffhanger on what's going to happen next. Tomorrow, I will be starting my live stream in the morning. I plan on getting up at dark 30, getting everything set up, making sure everything is peachy keen, getting myself some grub, getting myself a cup of coffee, and then getting right back at it and live streaming. So I will see you guys early in the morning. For all y'all that did come and stop by for that brief moment, I do thank you. I know this is a work in progress. I know this is something that I'm going to be working on. I've noticed that I've gotten almost 20 views so far on a few of my videos. I've gotten 3 subscribers since I've started. I mean, it's been 2 days. And it's a work in progress. So, with that being said, I do hope to see you guys in the next video, and I hope to see more people observing. And I would love to see your guys' comments on what games I should play next. I've told you guys what games I've got in a previous video. I realized I kind of overreacted a little bit with the comment section. I guess you have to wait for a certain time frame before you're actually allowed to go in and make a comment in a live stream video that has been aired live through YouTube and put down into my recorded video sections. So I just went off and I made a list of games that you guys can watch me play. So yeah. Anyways, great place to stop. It's going to leave off with a good cliffhanger. You guys will see what happens in the Detroit Police Department in the morning. I hope to see you soon. And once again, see you in the next video. Peace out.